Na mtazamaji, tukiendelea na taarifa zetu, waziri wa elimu Dkt Fred Matiang'i amekutana na wadau wa elimu ili kujadili namna ya kutekeleza kikamilifu mfumo mpya wa elimu kuanzia ngazi ya chekechea hadi vyuo vikuu. Na kumekuwepo na utata kuhusu mfumo huo mpya ambao unatakiwa kutekelezwa mwezi huu wa Januari.
Phase 1 of a national pilot in which we went to 470 schools, public and private. And we learned a lot. There were some very good things, but there were also areas that we needed to improve. And based on the learning posture, which is very central in the new curriculum that we have used, and also on evidence, because we have decided to be research focused as we are moving on, we are now coming to this year, 2018, where we are having a national or phase 2 of the competency-based curriculum. It is going to be in all the schools. And has been said, all the preparations that can be done have been done. There comes a time where you have to stop preparing and you take the next step. And as a nation, I think would like to invite all of us to take this next step, because we have done what it needs to be done in order to enable us to do this. So the national rollout is going to be of phase 2 of the pilot, will be in all the schools, primary 1, primary 2. Remember, there was primary 3 that had already started on participated in the pilot. And they will be the next group piloting for us the next phase. So this is what we are saying, that we are moving slowly, step by step, biting what we can chew. And it is a very exciting moment. I think already there were many schools in this country, private schools specifically, that had gone the competency-based. Now we are saying that all the children in this country should go the competency-based, because this is what will assure them a footing in the new world that we are going to. I'd just like to end with one thing that is always stated, that we in the curriculum in KICD, we know one thing for sure, that we are training children for jobs that we ourselves do not know, because these jobs are coming up, they're new jobs. So we need to have a particular way of training, an inquiry-based, where children are trained to ask questions, not they are told what they need to do. We have Mr. Google who has all the content. So children know where to get the content, but they need to be trained to ask questions. And that is why in the new curriculum, we have a very simple component like inquiry-based questions that teachers have been trained to do, so that they train children to ask. If the topic is about home, it is not just what is home, but why do we have homes? What types of homes are there? And children will begin to ask, and they will bring in their experiences.
The steering committee work on a voluntary basis. For the last 2 years, these men and women have been working very hard, very dedicated and committed to the task of ensuring that we implement a new competence-based curriculum in the country. And we've consulted far and wide, and we keep consulting. The journey continues, because the National Steering Committee was having its first meeting in 2018 to look at our roadmap and how we move forward with the roadmap that we designed for ourselves, and our readiness to roll out the phase 2 of the pilot, which was intended to start in 2018, and which I am proud to say this morning we have now officially commenced the rollout activities of the curriculum as envisaged in our plan all along. I thank all these colleagues for their commitment and their focus to ensuring that we strengthen the quality of the education of our children, that we prepare and produce manpower that will be globally competitive, that we give our children the opportunity they need to excel, to realize their potential, to pursue their talents in the paths in which the Lord may lead them. A lot of good work has happened, and I dare say actually that in recent times I do not know of a process of reforming a curriculum that has been this consultative, that has been this inclusive, that has been this detailed and research-driven, data-driven. We've collected data, over the last several years. This exercise began in 2014, and we've been going on with this exercise. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of good work has been done. My first statement to the nation is that our plan on the new curriculum remain on course as drawn and as established. Nothing has changed. If you look at our planning since last year, we envisaged that we are going to introduce a new curriculum using a phased-in approach as opposed to what many people may be aware of, or when many people may be thinking of a switch-in, a switch-on, switch-off affair, where we wake up one morning and say, from now we have stopped implementing the old curriculum, we are now working on a new curriculum. That is not the way we are going to work. We're using a phased-in approach. Now, I have requested the chair of the KICD, Dr. Sarah Ruto, who's here with me and who's going to speak, to avail to you the chart and the roadmap on how we are doing this. Because I realize from a lot of media reporting that clearly a lot of us do not understand how a phased-in curriculum implementation program would work. And because of that, you're asking questions that you would have very easily had answered if you looked at all the documents and the information we have been preparing over the last 2 years. We anticipated that when we get to 2018, we begin the rollout, first of all, through a national pilot. We trained 170,000 teachers to handle the material of grade 1 and 2. We piloted some of this material. We worked on the designs. You can see they're here, and ensure that we put these designs out and they go to schools. We worked on the materials that we have, like what you are seeing before me here. And this has been developed by a cross-section of Kenyan experts, curriculum experts, working with Kenyan teachers who have spent a lot of time working on this. And I know that my colleague, Honorable Sosion, is going